Ellis Island stands for LS Island, Lucifer Star Island.
Minor injuries, broken bones, goiters, even babies were born
Owner
in the building.
of
These immigrants
Belfast
were expected to
and
do
other
physically
things.
demanding work, and if you found that you didn't have the physique or the capacity to do that kind of work, they'd possibly deport you. Then on this hallway, though, you're going to go to the contagious and infectious disease hospital. We're talking about diphtheria, scarlet fever, measles, whooping cough, tuberculosis, trachoma. Hopefully I survive it, then I can return to the immigration process. You're going to see some barbaric treatments. They would be the medical treatments of the day. For the most part, though, this is for the first time a third-class patient would ever see the inside of a hospital. Each pavilion is the same. It's going to be a very large open room in the back where patients are going to be as far from the hallway as possible. There would have been 14 beds in the room, each bed positioned between each of the windows. There were private rooms, but if you had a private room, you likely were either psychotic or you perhaps had tuberculosis. These are the isolation wards of Ellis Island. The people here are going to be suffering from serious diseases, maybe multiple diseases. So one of the cruel ironies of this room is the better view you have of the statue, the least likely you're going to survive your disease or get into the United States. This is the autopsy amphitheater. It's going to be a darkened room. The surgical lamp's going to illuminate the autopsy space. You're not going to find too many people dying of malaria in the City Hospital in New York. Doctors want to come out to see an autopsy being performed on that immigrant. If you worked here at Ellis Island, you likely lived here. This is the staff house. Very important medical officers lived here with their families, feet away from people dying of diphtheria. Children are going to be playing in the air, enjoying Christmas. 40% of all Americans can trace an immigrant who came through Ellis Island. So these stories need to be told. But it requires guides and volunteers to actually mine these stories and then share it with the people as they come here to visit Ellis Island.
It stands for Lucifer Star, you see. Like I said, yes, I had lots of immigrants.
It's been the defining characteristic of America since before our country even began.
Like I said, your Lord is still alive, you see. And maybe Irish people and some other people would know. Your Lord is still alive. Like I said, later on I would do the Declaration of Independence, also the Constitution of Congress, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff. My private island, Ellis Island. Lucifer Star Island. Me. So, anyway, also named Brian as an American citizen, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Yeah, well, you know, for years, Rodney, like I said, you can chalk it up to Rodney basically going, I'll be your eyes, ears, your nose, and your mouth, and be using my penis to blah, blah, blah. And basically that's what he did. And pretty much, realistically, all Rodney really did was, yeah, you know, like snorting cocaine. He did a lot of that. So anyway, like I said, well, the good people of Belfast and O'Brien and all my immigrants and all my people out there, my Indians and everybody else were doing real things. Well, you know, like I said, like a black person would say to me one time, you can't choose family, you know. He was like, no, I can't, fortunately. Well, maybe I could, but anyway, though, like I said, Lucifer Star Island, Ellis, middle name Ellis. Yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, it's my private island. Yeah, and anyway, though, so basically JFK, Jimmy Carter, a whole bunch of other people would be really annoying. And like I said, they had no concept, they had no clue of what the hell was going on in the world. Fortunately, like I say, thank you Belfast, thank you Irish people. Thank you also some other people. It would have been a nightmare otherwise. So, but yes, I am Ellis. So, Lucifer Star. May your stars never stop shining. Like I said, many an Irishman would do a toast to me. I brought them great wealth and great everything, and I was very proud of them. Like I say, they much rightly so deserved it, and I hope they were okay throughout the years. Like I said, there would be famine and disease, and we'd face every problem, and we'd face it together. And I hope that the Irish knew. Like I said, Thomas O'Brien and a lot of other leaders, the leaders of the LS shipyard. Like I said, that Harlem and Wolf shit, that's just, it's LS, it's Lucifer Star. It's like, yes, I had very good managers like Thomas O'Brien or, you know, all these other leaders, you know, my leaders of the, like I said, without Ireland, without Belfast, I think I would have been sunk at sea. Like there was many times, and without some good Germans and some other people, it became a nightmare at a couple of different points. And like I said, I also had to deal with like Rodney, Admiral Rodney. Anyway, yeah, you know, like I say, I'm thankful for my workers. I love them. Anyway, yeah, a lot of years, a lot of different things that happen. And like I say, well, I generally had the mentality of jail and not shooting first. There were people out there, going around that would shoot first and would just kill whoever was in their way. And like I said, there was a lot of problems. I mean, you can't always, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, yeah, and I was unknown about. Like I said, Rodney and Rick Bush were trying to lock me up or trying to say I was crazy or something like that. It's like, I'm not crazy. I'm the inventor of flight and steam power and everything else. I'm your lord. Like, get over it. You can accept it or you cannot accept it. And I don't really care. A lot of people, some people chose not to accept it, other people chose to accept it. Like I said, Rodney wanted to give me the normal life. Anyway, I make all these videos so you can understand what the fuck was going on and what the hell is going on. Builder of the Titanic, inventor of steam power, inventor of flight, inventor of all these things. Your lord. Also your genetic creator as well. I wanted to create you too. So anyway, I got a chance to do that. And like I said, I didn't just create humans. I created 1.5 exoskeletons and a bunch of other life forms. 700,000, you see, I was a very big creator, and eventually at some point in time I developed or figured out time travel. Or, it was figured out for me by my good little life forms, and I went... Anyway. So, yeah, it got kind of weird, and I was Lord. Anyway, I was very powerful and very large. Like I say, protecting my little life forms and keeping my people safe and keeping all my different life forms safe. And trying to manage over the years and trying to keep the confusion and everything else and all that other stuff. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of you. And then of course, like I say, even though I was trying to keep it small and I was trying to keep just a small group or a group, you had lots of children, you see. And like I said, I didn't want you to kill your babies. And that was another thing, like I say, there's a lot of things, like I didn't want you to kill your babies. Like, they're born, they're here, we're just going to have to feed them, take care of them. So, which basically led to a small little overpopulation problem. But I mean, I knew birth control, or there's ways to stop so many babies from being born. Like I said, I guess I was a very good reproductionist or reproduction specialist. Like I said, I think I designed your reproduction system. I did have some help, I believe, by one or two other groups or people, but not people, but exoskeletons or some other life forms basically might have helped me with the reproduction system a little bit. Like I said, I didn't do it all myself, no. I did a lot of it, yes. And I was key and integral part of everything that would make up humanity and a lot of life forms in the universe. But and then later on, Ellis Island and also medical and lots of just thousands of millions of things. And like I say, you see, I'm your Lord, I'm your God, I'm your I'm your leader, I'm your creator. And it's like, Rodney and a lot of other people were like, you're not going to win, blah, blah, blah. Rodney was trying to do this whole lie where he was supposedly blah, blah. He wasn't, he wasn't. Like I said, I had 17,000 or 35,000 draftsmen in Berlin and in Germany working on things, and I also had 5,000 draftsmen in Belfast and stuff. Like, I had a lot of people, and they were highly paid and highly valued and highly loved. And they did lots of things for me. Metallurgy, steel. We had this great, great, great epic empire that stretched from Belfast to Germany to India to all over the world. We were a great, the Lusifer Star group, basically. White Star Lines, a lot of people feeding people, ammonium nitrate research, everything. Europe, basically. So while you could call it one great civilization, another great civilization, we were kind of like just a big, whatever. I said it all get confused, and there'd be famine and all kinds of stuff and war and everything else, and that's what it was all about. Hey, whatever. A lot of people would call me crazy, but it's like, well, I can connect the dots for you, so. And I don't really care. Like I say, Nixon and JFK and Rodney and other people would spend their entire lifetimes trying to fuck everything up. And it's like, well, I just had too many people out there. Too many people that knew me, too many people that were working for me, like the Indians and everything else like that. So... Anyway, and yeah, a lot of people would understand or notice a lot of things wrong. It's like, well, let's see, it's like this. So, and there's a lot of videos I've made about basically who I was, what I am, you know. So, and that's why I was your Lord and Creator. And like I said, when they were trying to eliminate women's rights or women's right to read or women's right to go to school, you know, I was very much against that. So, anyway, or women's right to be in positions of power. It's like women have equal and every right to be in a position of power, to be a judge or to be a lawyer or to be a president. Like, you know. Anyway, whatever. So, like I say. Anyway, whatever. But I love my Belfastians, my Irish workers of White Star Lines shipyards or LS shipyards, and my Slate Yard people and stuff. Anyway, yeah, it was a long time. And also like things like Lamborghini. I invented the word Lamborghini. It's like Lambo and Genie. Lamborghini, I believe I invented the word. I invented lots of words. Gold, America, even California. And played a big epic role in your civilization, so you're stuck with me. You see, you're stuck with them. I said at some point in time I had mercenaries on my side. I was paying for mercenaries to basically maintain and protect my people and make sure that all my people were safe. Like I said, you just kind of didn't notice exactly how many groups were working for me because, you know, it was all the same. Basically just keep people from killing people and basically just, you know, work with the people. And everyone was highly paid and highly valued and everything like that. And you just didn't notice all the different groups that were working for me over the years. Now it's like, well, I had all these people working for me, but the things were basically the same. You know, we weren't attacking or nothing. We're just building and protecting people. You know, like I say, it's a great big world with 7 billion people. You know, that leaves a lot of room for some idiot with a gun to go out there and start shooting or hurting people. So I had to have a lot of different groups like looking out for the whole. You know, just protecting people and making sure that everything was safe. Anyway. Like I said, and generally, you know, like I said, when somebody needs something, they would get it. You know, like I said, I had a huge production factory or facility in Germany, and I also had huge production in Ireland. And like I say, there wasn't really a problem making things. Like it wasn't a problem to build. Like it was easy to build whatever we needed. So anyway, it was a problem more like who was the leader. It's like. And there's some other people trying to pretend to be Lusifer Star or LS or something like that. And that became a problem. So anyway, but I love my Irish people, and like I say, I'd swear by, you know, like I say, at other points in time, like I would tell Rodney to fuck off and to tell the American Congress or whoever to get my people, that I only work with my people. So anyway, they would just have to find my Irish people and put them in a position of power, or, you know, pay them. I was like, find my people and get them, because I only work with my people. So anyway, so they would have to go get them. Anyway, and my people would generally go for me, or go places for me and do things for me, because like I said, they knew I was going to pay them really well, and you know, and they were doing something real. Building a great epic mine, building a great epic building, or a great epic civilization. Like I say, there was a lot of war and a lot of other stuff, and I had no control over that. That was just other things. So I constantly worried about my Irish people or my other people. So anyway, yeah, but we got through it.